Hello everyone, happy Tuesday. You see this bruise? It's gonna go away, don't even worry about it. Quite frankly, I just needed some glam today. I took a shower. Sometimes I have to say that out loud. I took a shower today, and sometimes that in and of itself is a victory. And I've cleaned the house and I've done all of the things that I should be doing. And when Justin gets home, I am going to run out of this place like there is a fire behind me, just because I need to get some errands done and I need to not have children gnawing at my ankles while I do it. So we're gonna do a little makeup so that we, you know, look like our best selves when we go out. Hi Abby, how are you? All right, so we are gonna start with a little bit of primer. I'm feeling a holiday look today. I know that the holidays are probably gonna be spent in my pajamas, in my house, on my couch. Granted, they'll be fancy pajamas, not just your everyday pajama, but you know, I still want to, I wanna do it up. Hi girl. So yeah, we're still gonna practice holiday looks, even if as fancy as it gets is paper plates in your own kitchen. Okay, that's all. All right, let's do, I want to do like a really glowy look. So I'm going to do CC cream mixed with my liquid foundation. So I'm going to do honey beige liquid foundation and light CC cream. And yes, I have a bruise right here. I got lip injections over the weekend, just like a touch up. I had gotten them a year ago, and after like a year, they kind of deflate. Your body absorbs the hyaluronic acid. So we got a little touch up done the other day from my friend Kelly at Artistry of Face. She is the master, but like an idiot, I had a cocktail on Friday night, and obviously liquor makes you your blood thinner. And so I bled, and there you have it. I told Justin I was going to tell everybody that we got into a fight, but then I thought that that would just be very poor taste. So we're not doing that. I got lip injections. No shame in the game. All right. So the reason that I'm doing CC cream and liquid foundation is it gives you a dewier, more moisturized kind of look. And this time of year, I need all of the moisture in my skin that I can get. I will say that our Age Well collection has done very well in keeping my skin feel really smooth and silky, but I still always go for kind of more of a glowy complexion. So I just have a clean Eco Tool sponge, and I'm gonna blend this in just by kind of bouncing on this, and you can see the coverage is so good just by taking a little bit of CC cream and like half a pump of my regular liquid foundation together. It's so good. Also, I'm using the CC cream that has SPF 30 in it. So even though you're not in the sun, it's winter time here, at least in the United States. So you still need SPF. Like your skin is still exposed to UV rays even in the winter. And you want to make sure that you have a nice SPF on it to protect you. All right, that's my spiel for the day. Dun, 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 dun. And I blended down my neck just so, I mean, I don't self-tan or anything, but I always feel like it just looks better when you do that. And then I bounce whatever I have left over on my eyes, because it just neutralizes them, gets my eyeshadow to stick a little bit better, all the things. All right, let's go ahead and set with our loose foundation powder. No, we're not gonna do loose foundation powder. We're gonna do setting powder. So I'm gonna use the Setting Pretty translucent setting powder. You don't need to be color matched for this. If you need to be color matched for anything else, just shoot me over a message or comment below color match, and I can do that for you really quickly. All I need is a good selfie in natural lighting, stand in front of a window or something like that. And just from the neck up, you can have makeup on, you can have a bare face, either works for me. So I like to apply this with a brush as opposed to pack it on with a sponge. I feel like I put too much on then, and less is more. So just a dab will do ya. But this is gonna set your makeup. It's gonna give you a nice glowy complexion, and your makeup's gonna wear that much better. Hi Diet, how are you? Okay. Let's go in and do contour now, shall we? Or should we do eyes? Let's do eyes. We're gonna do eyes. I'm gonna go in with my brow pencil in the shade Dark. I've been loving the dark pencil lately for my brows. Hi Diet, how are you? I used to use light and medium, and I don't really know why, but I bought a dark just to try it out, and I gotta tell you, I love it the most. I have normally pretty dark hair, but obviously I highlight it to no end blonde, but I prefer a darker brow on me. And I'm trying to grow my brows out. So I have not been tweezing them. I haven't been cutting them. Also, you know, just trying to get them nice and full. So this has the spoolie on one end and it has the brow pencil on the other. So I'm just gonna go in and draw a line from front to back. And then on the top, from front to back. And I'm going to fill in the arch to the tail. And then in the front, I just do these little hair-like strokes upwards. And we're gonna blend everything together with the spoolie. Like so. And then we're gonna go in with a little concealer afterwards and just shape them up. So one thing I've been trying to curb doing is tweezing the inside of my eyebrows, like right here. I'm trying to get them to grow like a little bit more full there. So that is one of my struggles that I'm, you know, all the things that we're canceling in 2020, mine is tweezing my brows. I'm trying to get a fuller looking brow. And I'm sure that by the time I achieve it, a full brow will no longer be in style, but whatever. At least we can say we tried. Dun, 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 dun. Our little neighbor is over playing. It's been 2 weeks since my kids were able to see him because he had been out of town. So we waited 2 weeks and a COVID test for them to play. And so they have been reunited today and all is right with the world again. All right, I'm gonna go in with the shade Light in my concealer and I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand like this. And we're gonna go in and sculpt out these brows. And I like to use a little cream eyeshadow brush as opposed to a big brow brush or concealer brush because it just kind of fits in the nook of your eyebrow better. So I use just like a little cream shadow brush like this. And it's the only thing I use it for. So it just gives me a straighter line underneath and it's not as clunky as other concealer brushes, which can be a little bit big. So I just kind of follow the line on the underside and clean this up. Make it look nice and sharp. And then the same on top. Oh, that's all there is. Whoa, if I don't drop something in a video, you know that my body has been taken over by aliens because I am the most dropsy person that there ever was. Okay, brows are done. Let's do eyes. I'm gonna go in with, which palette do I want to use? I was really hoping that they were gonna drop a holiday palette with the Black Friday stuff. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a little bit of this concealer and just put it over my bruise here. We are at the peak of bruising today. Okay. I was really hoping that they were going to do I'm going to use palette 2 today. I was hoping they were going to do an eyeshadow palette like they did last year with Black Friday stuff, but they didn't. So I know you win some, you lose some, but I was really hoping. All right, so we're going to do a really pretty holiday look today. I'm going to go in with the shade Marble, this one right here, and put it all over my lid. It's just a nice neutral shade that we're going to blend upon. Hi, Dawn. And then we're going to go in with a darker shade. I think we might even just go black. Onyx black. Yeah, we're going to go onyx. So I'm going to take this black shade, which is onyx, and we're going to pack that right into the crease of our eye. And I like to keep my eye open. That way I can kind of feel where the well of it is. And just use like a simple kind of windshield wiper motion back and forth. We have a whole bunch of colors going on here. So this is just kind of like the first thing we're laying down. I'm going to blend it on my lower lash line. Megan, I don't even wear makeup, but this is kind of like ASMR. I could literally watch makeup videos for hours and hours and hours. It's so relaxing. I don't even know what ASMR stands for. But I've heard it used enough times. I literally could watch makeup videos or videos of people getting their hair cut for days on end and not get bored whatsoever. I don't know why. It's so relaxing to me. When I was in college, I worked at a salon as a receptionist, and I used to just watch the stylists work, and I would be like I was so involved emotionally in what was happening there. So I don't know. I think this is the next generation of that for me. All right, I'm going to go in with the shade Amethyst, this kind of like purpley color, and I'm just going to lay that on top of my lid only. With a little sponge brush. Remember, we're going holiday. This is not like you're just a simple mom look is not what we're doing today. We're going holiday look. I know, it really is relaxing, kind of meditating while I take a work break. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. And, you know, like I'm not a hairstylist. I have no business watching that. And I'm like, oh, look at, he's painting that hair. Oh, I love his balayage technique. Like, you watch enough of this stuff and I swear you could become a professional just out of sheer repetition. All right, I'm going to go in with the shade Opal, this kind of like champagne, and I'm just going to pop it on my fingertip, and I'm going to put it right in the center of my eye. Yeah, I could watch hair cutting videos or extension videos, makeup, you name it when it comes to that stuff. Facials. That's another one that's really fun. Or, oh my God, Justin and I both, we will get in bed and watch people get their eyebrows microbladed. I know, it's weird, but we do it. A peek into my life, we're just sitting here watching microblading videos in bed. All right, I'm gonna go in with the shade Carbon, our eyeliner in black. And, you know, this look just needs a little something. So we're gonna throw some black eyeliner right into the lash line. And I normally don't do eyeliner on my lower lashes, but I might today. I really feel like going for it. We're gonna do a super nude lip to balance all this out. And this is all because I watched a video last night before bed from Crystal Clear Makeup on Instagram, whom I love. She is the most adorable makeup artist ever. And she's so real. And, you know, all of her videos just have really good music too. And so I appreciate her even more than that. All right, 2 coats of Speaks Volume mascara going down. And keep in mind, we have not even highlighted and contoured yet. So we still have to add all of that dimension back to our face. And that is where the real magic happens. But I wanted to do this eye look a little heavier today, which is why I waited to do the highlight and contour so that it could be like clean it up if it got a little bit messy. Whenever I go heavy on my eye makeup, I always like to start with that and then perfect my foundation routine. It just makes the eyes stand out a little bit more. I don't like to do really competitive makeup where there's a lot going on and you look like Mimi from the Drew Carey show. That's not a good look for anyone. All right, coat 1 is on. And it's awfully quiet in my house, which means the children went outside. And it is real cold out, so that surprises me. Also, Thursday is my birthday. So, in the spirit of that, I have some free gifts to give away for everyone who does a new preferred customer account or who is a preferred customer and does a $150 order. I have free gifts for people, just like as a way of saying thank you for being awesome and celebrating my birthday by paying it forward. All right, we're gonna do a little lower lash nonsense here. I wish they made a spoolie just for lower lashes. That would be really helpful. Okay, so let's go in with, I'm gonna go in with my pressed powder in the shade Deep. So this is what I use when I wanna go in and do like a really specific contour. I will use bronzer a lot too, but I feel like this has more pigment to it, so you're gonna get a little bit more of a precise contour. So this is our pressed powder. It's a foundation powder, full coverage in the shade Deep. It doesn't have any shimmer to it. What is it? Oh, hi, May. What are you doing?
Note.
A note. To Megan, we went to MCD Central. Love, Mason.
AKA Woods.
AKA the Woods. Okay. All right. Thank you. Love you.
Love you.
All right. MCD Central is the kids' wooded fort across the street in the woods. And they haven't been able to be in it for 2 weeks while Mason quarantined from his little trip. So they are now outside in the freezing cold celebrating being together again, which is the most adorable thing. I don't even have words to express how cute it is. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of this powder. Forehead, cheekbones, and you can see it just warms my complexion back up so I don't quite look as much like Beetlejuice as I did when we started. Foundation can kind of just erase the planes of your face a little bit more, and to bring that youthfulness back, you just want to add a little contour. All right, jawline. Where are my double chin folks at? You're in good company. I'm here to help you. You feel me? You feel me. This is a must for family photos, which we actually have on Sunday. All right, so I'm just blending this out a little bit more before I add. I hate this brush. Look how it flakes. There's like little baby hairs all over. All right, we have family pictures on Sunday. So I feel like everything I've been doing makeup wise has been in preparation for that. All right, I'm gonna take this brush and kind of pinch the sides of it a little bit and go down the sides of my nose. Contour in the sides here. And then we're gonna go in with our pressed powder in the shade Fair. And I'm gonna take that clean, damp Eco Tools foundation sponge on the short flat side. I'm gonna put some of this Fair foundation powder, and we're just gonna go and put it right underneath my eyes. This is gonna kind of act as the concealer because it's a full coverage powder. It's gonna highlight and brighten, and it's also gonna edit back any like messiness from my eyeshadow. But a little goes a long way. And I'm gonna go right down side of my nose here. I took notes the other day when I watched Kim Kardashian get her makeup done. I was like, yes, Mario, talk to me about this. But look at the difference that makes on the under eye. Chin, on the jawline, forehead. And now we're gonna blend it all out because I know this is a little bit bright, but I like the brightness. So I'm just taking a big fluffy brush that has nothing on it and just kind of blending all of my makeup together so that the really high spots sort of blend into the really dark spots and it looks more natural. It's snowing out. God, they're right, it's snowing out. Good thing I already started to decorate for Christmas. You heard that right. Didn't even wait till after Thanksgiving this year. Taking 2020 by the balls here. Okay. Smaller brush just to blend this out. Okay, blush. I'm going in with the shade Taffeta, which I know looks obnoxious AF. I promise you it isn't. I'm just gonna tap it one time and there's enough pigment on here. So I don't like to start too far forward on my cheek. I kind of like to start like center of my cheek and blend back, just like that. It prevents me from looking like I belong in a school play, and literally just touching it once is gonna give you enough pigment to do this. And do it after you do your under eye sort of melting, because then you won't have, you won't like blend into that when you're doing your light shadow on your under eye. I'm obsessed with this eye look on palette 2. Palette 2 does not get enough credit. I really feel like everybody loves palette 1 because it's neutrals, but I can tell you this much, I use palette 2 all the time, and I really think that it gets looked over. So if you are looking to get the 18-piece makeup kit, it's an amazing gift for the holidays, number one, and I can help you color match perfectly for the person that you're gifting it to. But palette 2 is so stinking gorgeous, and I do more of my everyday and more of my dramatic looks I go to this for than I do with palette 1. So don't discount palette 2 just because it's got like a big old purple here in the middle. It's gorgeous. All right, let's go in and do a little bit of lip, and we're gonna do a nice nude lip today. I'm gonna go in with this brown, which is actually an eye pencil in the shade Morel. And if you want, there is a little pencil sharpener that lives in the back of it all the time. But I'm gonna use this brown to shadow around my lips. So I just go on the underside. And then on the upper side. Okay, so basically what we want to do is just create a shadow, and that's going to make your lips look like they have even more projection to them. Right, now we're going to do a nice nude looking lip using Magnolia lipstick. Here she is, Magnolia lipstick. Blend it right into that liner, and we're going to finish it using a little bit of that concealer that I had on the back of my hand. Pop that right in the middle, which gives it a little highlight. And then I'm going to go in with my Hazel lip gloss. This is the real MVP if you're looking for a perfect nude. It's like a coffee brown meets a pastel pink. But it's not fleshy. All right, quick check. All right, the last thing I'm gonna do is go in with my brow cream. This is in the shade Medium Dark. And I just kind of brush off the excess on here. This is kind of like a mascara for your eyebrows. And I like the tint that it gives, but it also holds my brows in place and makes them look a little bit more full. So I kind of brush the front ones up and then everything else back. So it gives my brows a little bit more beef and tint without making them look like they're too drawn on. Whoops. It's also amazing for covering grays. Next level. I got some Rain My Money piece. Oh, heavens. Okay. So, last but not least, we're gonna go in and just set our makeup with our setting powder or setting spray. I like to set all my powders with spray. Pretty much you're good to go right now. I just kind of like to idiot proof my makeup using setting spray because anything can happen. I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that pressed foundation powder and finish contouring my nose. So I do a little dot at the end and then a little line down the center. Just like this. And then we're gonna blend it out. And that right there is how you contour that nose, honey. Shadows and highlights are an amazing thing. You can literally turn into Michael Jackson just by using makeup. Not that you'd want to, but you could. All right, so last but not least, we're going in with Let It Set Refreshing Spray. Sets your makeup every time. All right, so this would be a gorgeous holiday look. You know, I love a bold eye for the holidays with a nude lip. I also love a really simple eye with a nice deep cherry red lip. You know, I'm all about the contradictions these days, but I used to always go for an eye look every day, and now I'm kind of learning to appreciate varying it all the time. But this is super easy. All the makeup that I used today you can find in the 18-piece makeup kit, or we can create your own. This month, the preferred customer discount is free. Shipping is free, free gifts, free bonus from me because it's my birthday on Thursday. And yeah, 20 to 40% off everything that you order for a full year. We also just launched a coffee protein powder that has 20 grams of protein per serving and 35 milligrams of caffeine. So you can kind of use it in the morning as both your caffeine and your breakfast. And we also just launched a limited edition mulled cider fizz. Can you sense my excitement? I can't wait until it ordered. I ordered it yesterday at 12:30, and at 12:35 I had a shipping confirmation, and then last night I got like the UPS tracking on it. So I was pumped for it. It's kind of dark out now, so I'm going to take a picture here in my ring light, and then I'll list all the products that I used. If you guys need any help getting color matched or help with a gift for a friend, just shoot me over a message or comment on this video and I will get right back to you. Thanks guys, I love ya.